Rev up your engines!
Well, it really makes you wonder about the logic of these idiots that they call airline stewardesses. Well, Delta Airline, hey, they're not treating people out that well. A woman veteran had a t-shirt on that says, "End veteran suicide." And I guess the airline stewardess didn't like the idea. Oh, veteran suicide, you shouldn't talk about such things. Hey, it's a serious thing. A lot of veterans commit suicide. That's a fact, right? And she has a thing that says, "End veteran suicide." You can't even talk about serious things nowadays. Let's all kill each other. No, it says, "End veteran suicide." Does that moronic stewardess understand anything of what that t-shirt means? And we should have free expression in this country. I mean, I'm all for it. Don't have totally obscene ones. There's nothing obscene about this. It would be like having "end homelessness." No, we like homelessness. You can't wear that shirt. It's politically incorrect, right? Have they lost their mind in these airlines, right? They had to take her off. She had to change the shirt and come back on. And then they took her away from her extra legroom seat, put her someplace else. This is total insanity. Delta Airlines said that the shirt's message was why she was thrown off the plane. And here's what they said to her. "I don't care about your service, and I don't care about the service of your sister you're traveling to visit. The only way you're going to get back on the plane is if you take that shirt off now." What is happening to these people? These people, they think that they can control people. This is freedom of speech, and it's nothing obscene about it. And veteran suicide, yeah? Like, and homelessness, and racism, right? And veteran suicide? What kind of absurdity is that? These people, their brains are empty. They're totally empty. They're living in such a weird world. I guess it's because they spend their life on their phone. They think that their ideas are there and they're going to tell the world how to be, right? This is the mindset that these people have. They have become basically intellectual fascists. They think whatever they believe, they're going to throw down. A woman can't wear a shirt, and she was a veteran that says "Stop Veteran Suicide" on an airline. I don't know what is going on in this country. I read this article and I can't help but laugh. Tesla driver shares their first electricity bill in 12 months, and people are left shocked by the fee. Okay, the guy's bill was $2.37. You think, oh my, how could it possibly be? Yeah, well, guess what? Let's put an asterisk at it, right? The guy's got solar panels and Tesla power packs that store the electricity, then charge up his car, right? So his electric bill from the electric company was $2.37. He probably spent $50,000 to $100,000 putting the solar panels, buying the Tesla batteries to hook them up to, so it is a freaking joke. Oh, come on now. All that money that he had to shell out for that. And then let's even get into the further. Most people don't pay cash. So let's say it cost them $70,000 or even $60,000 for the panels and the batteries, right? That's the price, quotes. Most people don't pay cash. They're financing it, so there's interest on top of it. So by the time they're done, it could easily be almost $80,000 or $90,000. So I only got a $2.37 electric bill. Yeah, so I get an electric bill of a couple $100, right? For 1 month. It's a lot of $200 into $80,000, right? And of course, the solar panels will break, the batteries will break, then you got to replace them, and on and on and on and on. You know? So when you read these things and say, "Oh, we spent $2.37, what a bunch of nonsense. You know, come on, people, let's get real with this stuff. Let's stop making up these figures that don't mean anything. They spent a small fortune to put all that stuff in. And so what if their electric bill was only $2.37? They paid all that money for the equipment to make it and the batteries to store it. Now, here's an article I read in one of these ecology magazines. I can't help but laugh. Garbage is a problem for the whole planet. America has found how to turn it into gold, right? And immediately I'm thinking, okay, they're going to burn the stuff to make electricity, right? And lo and behold, they want to burn the garbage to turn it into electricity. And this is an ecological online magazine. These are the same people that say we got to shut down all the coal-burning plants because they pollute the air. But they're going to burn garbage instead. I hate to tell them, but coal burns a lot cleaner than garbage. Garbage is an assortment of all kinds of crap, right? And then they say, well, we're not going to burn biohazard stuff. Who's going to go through the stuff and select out the biohazards? It's garbage. If you burn it, it's going to create pollution. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. These are the same people that are closing down the coal plants, and they're going to replace them with what? Garbage burning plants? Do they understand the tiny amount of energy that's going to come out of garbage? I mean, these coal burning plants burn millions of pounds of coal every day. There's one in Tennessee. I checked it out, and it turns out it burnt like 8 million pounds of coal every single day, right? You know the little amount of energy you're going to get out of burning garbage? And how much garbage you would need? There would be so much garbage you'd need to burn. There's not that much energy in paper and cardboard and whatever garbage is in there, right? These people have lost their minds. You know, they don't even look at the logic of what they're doing. Well, we don't like the coal burning plants, but on the other hand, let's burn garbage instead. It's a great solution to get rid of garbage. Hey, you're better putting the garbage in giant piles, collecting the methane, which you can do, and they do it all over the place, making electricity out of the methane. Methane's burn that, right? Makes a lot more sense than burning the garbage. But somebody thinks it's a great idea to burn garbage. Coal, that's horrible. But garbage, yeah, that's great. You probably need 100 times more garbage than you would coal. They'll find out, they'll run out of garbage and there won't be any electricity, right? Does anybody even think about the ramifications of the idiotic plans that they have? Well, some fool in Minnesota just got arrested and put in jail for speeding too fast. You might think, is that fair? Well, here's what the idiot did. In Minnesota, if you drive over 100 miles an hour, it's a petty misdemeanor, but prosecutors and police can charge it as a misdemeanor if he puts a driver or property at risk. The guy was doing 205 miles an hour in a 55-mile zone. Hey, I think they should throw him in jail for that one, more than just a misdemeanor. That's just insanity. And you might think, wow, that's got to be a world record. Well, no, it isn't. A driver in Texas got hit with going 242 miles an hour. Like you go outside San Antonio, speed limit goes up to 75, perfectly fine. People know what to do. But you don't need to do 245 miles an hour, right? Come on, now, people have gotten carried away. They should actually make it a law that you can't have a car that goes that fast on the regular road. Say these are for racetrack only. How could they allow people to even drive a car that can go 245 miles an hour? It should be illegal. If somebody gets killed because some rich idiot is riding their hypercar, they would have their hypercar fine. Take your hypercar out to a racetrack and do it. Don't do it on the streets that other people are driving around in. I mean, it's just too much. That's one law they need to change. They need to make it so cars can't be legally able to drive on the road if they go that fast. Because you know, if there are cars that go that fast, the idiots that spent all that money on them, most of those cars are well over $1 million, they're going to go out and do it. They should just make a law that says you can't even legally register these things. It's just absurd that they even allow it to happen. Well, you saw that thing about they were revolting in San Francisco, of course, the land of the loonies, about Uber and Lyft not taking blind people with service animals. Well, now Lyft says they're working on a service animal opt-in feature for passengers. So when they're asking for a ride, they'll say, we have a service animal, right? That's not going to solve the problem ultimately, because then most of the guys that are riding Lyfts or Ubers, whoever company they drive for, are just going to not respond. They're not going to accept bringing a ride. They don't want a stinky dog in their car, right? What they really need to do is they need to have a feature where you pay for the dog. Then the people that are going to take the dog know, okay, I'm going to get a fee for cleaning my car because they're paying extra because there's a smelly dog in my car. And hey, you got to understand something. Cars, right? They're enclosed. There's not much space. A lot of people are allergic to animals. Maybe the next guy who's riding in that Uber or Lyft is allergic to dogs. They get in, they start sneezing and stuff, or they don't like the smell of the dog. I've seen kids throw up because of animal smells. Hey, it's a business for these people. And having a thing opt out, that ain't going to solve the problem, because maybe all of the drivers will not opt in. They'll say, okay, they got a dog. I'm not picking them up. I don't want my car smelly and clean it. They would have to have one where they are paying extra for a cleaning fee. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Of course, they'd argue about, oh, you're prejudiced against us. You make us pay extra for la, 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 la. Hey, if you create a mess, you got to pay for it. That's how it should be. You know, if you have something that requires extra effort, you'd have to pay for it. That's just the way it goes in our society. You can't blame the drivers. They run a business. If their car smells, there's dog hairs in it, they're going to lose business. Right? And let's face it, people, dogs have claws. They can tear the upholstery, do serious damage in a car. I don't blame the drivers. And put in a thing like, oh, service dog is coming. Maybe no one's going to accept it. Then they're stuck and they don't get a ride. They need to have something where it's guaranteed that they pay extra because they're bringing a dog. If you have a potential problem, you're going to have to pay extra for it. Just like I said earlier, I know people who drive Uber that pick up people from bars. If the people throw up in their car, they have a cleaning fee. Sometimes it's $100-something if they throw up all over the place. That's just the way that it goes. You have to pay for damages that are done because you're sitting in their car. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.